friends. Today we are going to get to the last part of the When Words Are Tricky, Roll Up Your Sleeves chart. The last part says, don't just say the words, figure out what they mean too. So a lot of times readers can read a story, but then they don't remember what it is they read. And sometimes they don't understand what they read. So it's important that you can do both things. You are good at figuring out words like this. You chunk the words into parts and read it part by part. And you think, have I heard that before? And pretty soon, a rattlesnake is right in front of you, jumping in front of your mind, rattling its tail at you. But there's another kind of word that's tricky, and this is a kind of word that kids start seeing in second grade. These are words that aren't too tricky to say, but even after you say the word, you still think, huh? The meaning of the word is the tricky part. When you are reading and you bump into a word that you can say, but you don't know what it means, your book is teaching you new vocabulary if you let it. Today I want to teach you that readers understand that easy words aren't always as easy as they seem. Once readers figure out how to say a word, they know how to stop and think, wait, but what does this word mean in the story? So I hope you have your sticky notes with you, because I am going to show you what I mean. Here's a word that I think you can probably say and pronounce, but I'm not sure that you know all what it means. And the word is this. Go ahead and read that word, and then on your Post-it, make a little sketch that shows what you think it means. I'm going to go ahead and pause while we do this. All right, so now I want to see your Post-it notes. And I'm going to pause and ask you what is on your Post-it note. Yes, this word is fixing. And this sometimes means to repair things. You fix things after they're broken. But this right here is a tricky word. Read this sentence and think to yourself, what does it mean in this story? What does this word mean? Make a new sketch that matches what's happening in this story. And I will pause while you do that. Yeah, what are we fixing for lunch today? So if you're fixing lunch, you're making lunch. If you're fixing something that's broken, you are putting it back together and repairing it. So here is another one for you that's right in a book. From Katie Woo Has the Flu. When I get to, let's see, what page is it on? Right here. So I want you to listen to this carefully, and then I am actually going to underline in this book. Now this isn't something for you guys to do, but as the teacher, I'm allowed to do this. That's a sneaky trick, said Katie. Katie's mom gave her pills to take. Yuck, Katie groaned. Pills are such pills. When I first read that, I went, huh? That doesn't make sense. Why would it say pills are pills? Whenever I say, huh, to myself, I know that I need to stop and think about it a little bit more. Katie groans and she doesn't want to take the medicine. What do you think? I'm going to pause and we can talk about it a little bit. One strategy I use is to cover up the hard word and replace it with a word that really makes sense. So let's try that together. Then the story would say, pills are such. What would you put there instead of saying pills? So we're thinking that in this story, the word pill also means something that's annoying or unpleasant. So what could we put there? So now you can try this on your own. You just used two strategies for figuring out the meaning of words. One, picturing the story in your mind and thinking of a word that makes sense. And two, covering up the tricky word and thinking of another word or words that could replace it. These are strategies that you already use all the time when you come to words that you've never seen. But you can also use this strategy anytime you find yourself saying, huh? What? That's strange. That didn't make sense. So when you read this next sentence and figure out what the highlighted word means, this time I know it will be a new word for all of you because guess what? This is a word that I made up. Beautiful white snow foofled. You've probably never heard that word before because that's the made-up word. Foofled the entire playground. The kids couldn't play or couldn't wait to play. All right, so right now I need you to figure out, what does foofled mean? Beautiful white snow foofled the entire playground. The kids couldn't wait to play. So I'm going to pause while we figured out what foofled means. I heard a lot of you say covered. That would make sense here. So let's go ahead and try it. Beautiful white snow covered the entire playground. The kids couldn't wait to play. Excellent work. Remember how I compared you to Jack's beanstalk at the beginning of this unit? How I said that, like a beanstalk, each of you would grow and grow and grow as a reader. Today, I saw that stretching. Not only did you apply the strategy I taught, but you also drew on all that you knew from before to figure out a word that you had never seen or heard before. You know what else is growing like Jack's beanstalk? Your list of word-solving strategies. Nice work, friends. So remember, don't just say the words, figure out what they mean too. Nice job, friends.